Saturn is often called the most beautiful planet in the solar system. Its glowing rings stretch across space like a giant cosmic halo. Through a telescope, it almost doesn't look real. It looks peaceful, elegant, perfect. But Saturn is hiding something terrifying, because behind those beautiful rings is a world of impossible storms, crushing pressure, deadly radiation, and one mystery that still scares scientists today. If you tried to visit Saturn, you wouldn't survive for even a few seconds, and the deeper you go, the worse it gets. Saturn is so enormous that over 760 Earths could fit inside it. Think about that. Our entire planet, every ocean, every city, every human being could disappear inside Saturn hundreds of times over. And yet, Saturn is actually the least dense planet in the solar system. In theory, if you had a bathtub big enough, Saturn would float in water. That sounds funny, until you realize what Saturn is actually made of. Because Saturn isn't a normal planet. It has no solid surface, no land, no oceans, no place to stand. If you tried to land on Saturn, you would simply fall forever into an endless ocean of gas. At first, the clouds might look harmless, soft yellow layers drifting through the atmosphere. But those clouds are hiding winds faster than almost anything on Earth. Saturn's storms can reach speeds of 1,800 kilometers per hour. That's faster than the speed of sound. Imagine the strongest hurricane ever recorded on Earth. Now make it several times faster. Entire continents would be destroyed instantly. And these storms don't just last for hours. Some rage for decades. Others may have existed for centuries. One storm on Saturn became so massive that it wrapped around the entire planet like a giant white scar. Scientists called it the Great White Spot, and it was large enough to swallow Earth whole. But the deeper you fall into Saturn, the stranger things become. The atmosphere gets darker, pressure rises violently, the temperature begins to climb, and eventually, the gas stops behaving like gas. Deep inside Saturn, scientists believe hydrogen transforms into something almost alien. Liquid metallic hydrogen, a substance so extreme that electricity can flow through it like metal. One of Saturn's most terrifying features, its magnetic field. Saturn's magnetic field is enormous. It traps radiation across millions of kilometers of space. If you flew through certain regions near the planet without protection, the radiation could destroy electronics and kill a human being. But Saturn's real horror doesn't end with the planet itself. It has more than 140 moons, and some of them are more terrifying than entire planets. Take Titan. Titan is Saturn's largest moon, bigger than the planet Mercury. At first glance, Titan almost looks Earth-like. It has rivers, lakes, rain, mountains, clouds. But there's one horrifying difference. The rivers are not water. The lakes are not water. The rain is not water. They are made of liquid methane. On Titan, the temperature is around minus 179 degrees Celsius, cold enough to freeze human flesh instantly. If you stood there without protection, you would die within minutes. But nothing around Saturn is more iconic than its rings. Those beautiful glowing rings that make the planet look peaceful. In reality, they are incredibly dangerous. Saturn's rings are not solid. They are made from billions of chunks of ice and rock. Some are tiny like grains of sand. Others are larger than buildings. And all of them are racing around Saturn at incredible speeds. If your spacecraft hit even a small fragment, it could explode instantly. Flying through Saturn's rings would feel like speeding through a giant field of bullets. And yet, the rings are unbelievably thin. Despite stretching across hundreds of thousands of kilometers, some sections are only about 10 meters thick. But the strangest part is this. The rings may be temporary. Every second, thousands of kilograms of ice vanish into Saturn's atmosphere like cosmic rain. One day, the rings could disappear completely. Imagine future civilizations looking at Saturn without rings. The most famous planet in the solar system suddenly naked. And we may be living in the only era when humans can see Saturn like this. But Saturn still has one final nightmare hidden at its North Pole. Something so strange that scientists still don't fully understand it. A giant hexagon. A perfect, six-sided storm larger than Earth itself. And no one fully understands why it exists. At the center of the hexagon is a massive hurricane with winds reaching hundreds of kilometers per hour. Clouds spin endlessly around a dark abyss deep in Saturn's atmosphere. And beneath that storm, nobody knows what truly exists. Because Saturn hides its secrets better than almost any planet in the solar system. The deeper scientists try to understand Saturn, the stranger it becomes. For example, Saturn constantly emits strange radio signals into space. Some sound almost haunting when converted into audio, like distant screams echoing through the darkness. In reality, these sounds are caused by charged particles interacting with Saturn's magnetic field. But hearing them for the first time feels deeply unnatural, as if the planet itself is alive. And Saturn's magnetic field creates another terrifying phenomenon: auroras. But these are not gentle northern lights like on Earth. Saturn's auroras are gigantic explosions of energy surrounding the entire planet. Some are larger than Earth itself. Massive, glowing curtains of radiation dancing above an endless world of storms. Beautiful from a distance, deadly up close. And Saturn's power reaches far beyond its atmosphere. Its gravity dominates a huge region of space. Anything that gets too close can be trapped, shattered, or thrown into darkness forever. Scientists believe Saturn's rings themselves could be the remains of ancient moons ripped apart by gravity. Imagine an entire world being torn to pieces, broken into billions of fragments that now orbit Saturn forever. A giant cosmic graveyard. Thanks for watching, explorers. I'm Peter. Subscribe and leave a like if you're ready to uncover more terrifying secrets hidden in the cosmos. See you in the next video.